That's right. It's only a test to test the beer. And we're drinking Yuengling. This is a drinking and thinking episode, so we're not reviewing the beer, folks. We're just drinking and thinking, sort of, with the brain cells we have left. Thanks to our couple of new subscribers we got over the last couple weeks. We appreciate it. Keep watching. Send us any suggestions you think might be okay. Drinking and thinking. Beers you think we should review? Anything. This episode I'm just drinking. Jammer is on the thumbnail, I know, but I just wanted to show the Yuengling Brewery and the time they unfurled the Spitter Swallow beer review flag. That was a pretty good day, actually. Speaking of that, visiting the Yuengling Brewery and brewery tours, that time we didn't really visit them. That's a fake picture. But we'd like to, and we hope they would unfurl our flag. Jammer does have a big fucking rubber, I don't know if he still has it. He bought one time when we used to make a little bit of money on YouTube back in the day. He bought a big Spitter Swallow beer review banner, but it was kind of like made out of rubber or something. It was like, or something. Anyhow, maybe they could unfurl that if we ever visit Yuengling. They do have a Yuengling brewery here in Tampa area. I have never visited it. I haven't been invited yet. But maybe we should go down there and visit and pass out Spitter Swallow beer review business cards, you know? I don't think I have any of those cards left. I thought I did. I don't know what the hell happened to them. A couple moves and you lose shit, you know? But maybe we need to visit. I like to visit. Man, I lived in Pennsylvania one. I lived like less than an hour, maybe. Let's see. Let me Googleize that for you. Directions from Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania to Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Is it Pottsville or Potsdam? Where is Yuengling in Pennsylvania? Pottsville, yeah. Directions from Wilkes-Barre to Pottsville. Yeah, hour and 2-minute drive, 50 miles. I didn't think nothing of Yuengling when I was in high school living in Pennsylvania. I mean, I think I seen one of the cans one time. I was like, what the hell is that? You know, that was back in the 80s. But let's take our first sip because we deserve this. Delicious. I'm telling you, these pint glasses aren't pint glasses. You can't get 16 ounces of beer into a pint glass these days. I need a true pint glass that's 16 ounces. Matter of fact, they should make pint glasses 18 ounces just to make up for 2 inches or 2 ounces of head, you know? That's my thought. Anyhow, drinking and thinking back to the subjects, I don't even know what the hell we're talking about today, but I can make up some as we go along. What's the best working man's beer of all time? I don't know. I mean, I could guess, but let's see what Google says. The top 5 working man's beer. What are the top 5 working man's beer of all time? We'll let Google decide. Man.
The top 5 beers for working people are
Hold on, I want to talk, lady. All right. Here we go. Top 5 beers for a working man's beer. Top 5 working man's beers. All right. Pabst Blue Ribbon, they got Coors Banquet, Miller High Life, Hamm's, Yuengling Traditional Lager. That's 4. We're missing one. Like Pabst, Coors, Miller, Hamm's, and Yuengling. That's 5. All right. That's Google's thought. There you go. Now let's ask a different. Let's ask ChatGPT. What are the top 5 working man's beer in America? Let's say it like that. Wow. Now they got in different order. Number 1, Yuengling. 2, Miller High Life. 3, Pabst. 4, Coors. Instead of Hamm's in there at all, they got Busch Light. No Budweisers at all, but the honorable mentions, according to ChatGPT, the Natural Light, Budweiser, Miller Light, Keystone Light, and Old Milwaukee. They don't even put Bud Light in there. Wow. Old Milwaukee's a good beer. Hard to find now. I don't even know if they still make it, Pabst or not. I know they discontinued a lot of beers. But Old Milwaukee, when I drink that, I feel like I want to rob a gas station. I don't know why. Good thing every time I drank it, I was never near a gas station. Maybe we should test that theory someday, right? Oh, we got a couple comments. I do apologize. Oh, Tad's back. Bud, Old Milwaukee. See what I know. Yep. Hey, you had one of them. Hey, they did have Bud in Old Milwaukee on the Chat GPT one. Google didn't have Budweiser on there. All right, next topic of discussion, since we went through that one pretty quickly. This one's hard, and I can't even answer it. The best beers you ever had, the best beer you ever had, and the worst. My personal worst, I've had a lot of worse beers, but for some reason, what the hell's that beer called? Blue Moon. I hate Blue Moon. For some reason, as soon as I taste it, I want to yak. I don't know what it is, what they use in that beer. Kind of wheat. I could drink regular German wheat beers, but Blue Moon, can't drink. Yeah, we did drink Genesee Cream Ale back then up in state New York. I didn't know you were from upstate New York there, Tad. I was from Elmira originally. Genesee Cream Ale, very popular. They had commercials back then in those days, 80s. I don't know if they still make commercials for Genesee, but it's like, boy, can I go for a Jenny now? And a story I told Jammer a few times, I'll tell now live. Me and a couple friends were coming home from an overnight or a dance under 21, under 18 dance club or whatever. We're all in high school still. We're walking by the YMCA during the summer, and the YMCA in the town I lived in, Pennsylvania at the time, had this like college thing. You know, high school kids were doing college stuff during the summer. They lived there, and some girls out the window were walking by because one of our friends was going there, and we're trying to see if we can see him. But anyhow, two girls are hanging out the window, and somebody said, "What's your name?" And she's like, "Jenny." And then someone yelled, "Boy, can I go for a Jenny now?" And then someone else said, "Can I bust your can?" And we're all laughing, and yeah, there's my Genesee story. Pittsford. I don't even know where that's at, but New York's a pretty big state. Let me Googleize it. I've heard of it, just don't know where it's at. Okay, yeah, you're up by Rochester. Okay. I never went to Rochester area. The closest I got to Rochester was, where the hell's Rochester at? I'm Googleizing the map. Canandaigua is the closest I got to Rochester. That was that Roseland Park up in Canandaigua? Amusement park. I'm not even sure where Darien Lake was. I've been to Darien Lake before. I don't even know where the hell that's at actually. Oh well. I think Darien Lake is called Great Adventures over Darien Lake or something like that now. Yeah. All right, next topic. Why does the beer taste better after mowing the lawn or finishing work? I think it's because you've been... I don't know how to answer that. Let's ask ChatGPT. Maybe they know. Why does beer taste better after you're done mowing the lawn or after you get home from work? You're thirsty. After mowing the lawn or working all day, you're mildly dehydrated. A cold, carbonated drink feels incredibly refreshing, so your brain perceives it as tasting better. You've earned it. Your brain loves rewards. When you finish a difficult task, it releases dopamine, making the first sip feel more satisfying than if you had the same beer on a lazy afternoon. Your body craves cold. If you have been out in the heat, a beer at 35, 40 degrees Fahrenheit feels amazing because it cools your mouth and body, enhancing the sensation of refreshment. Your senses are primed. After hard work, you're more aware of flavors and aromas because you're focused on satisfying a need rather than just casually drinking. The ritual matters for many people. Cracking open a beer signals the work is done. That mental association builds over years, so your brain starts relaxing before you even take the first sip. I have to agree with ChatGPT. God. Ah. I didn't know Kodak was up there either. Unfortunately, I lived in upstate New York, there, lower part of upstate New York. Matter of fact, when I grew up, that area I was from was called the Southern Tier, New York. To us, I never knew we were upstate New York until you met somebody from New York City. They're like, "Oh, you're from upstate." No, I'm from Southern Tier. But anything upstate, north of New York City is upstate New York. Yeah, stupid. Narrow-minded New York City people. You got Western New York, you got northern part of New York. Anyhow. Yeah. All right, what's the next topic? That one I don't know, even though I'm part of it. The only things that only Gen X understands, and I probably can't even answer that unless someone asks me questions like, about our Gen X, hey, how come you guys did this? Or how come, I can't do it off the top of my head because I'm Gen X and I don't give a shit. All right, the mall culture of the 80s and the 90s. Well, where I lived in New York, the mall culture might be coming to a close. There's one mall there that's still open, but they just sold to a investment group, which means it's probably closing down. They're going to probably bulldoze it over and build something else. Who knows, right? That's what I'm thinking. But the mall was awesome, and you went to the mall. I mean, I didn't go to the mall that often. Really, I mean, I wanted to go to the mall to buy something. If I didn't go there to hang out and stuff. I want to go to a certain store, get a pair of jeans, or Spencer gift shops, or whatever. I didn't go there to hang out and meet girls. I had enough girls at under 18 dance clubs. But it was fun to hang out at the mall. You get the food court, arcade, stuff like that. I mean, it was fun. I didn't really go that much to hang out at the mall, though. Anywho, what happened to affordable concerts? Yeah, I wonder how affordable they were, actually, because if you compare inflation, how much did a ticket cost to go see Motley Crue in 1988? $15 to $18.50. All right, so with inflation, what should that be right now in the year 2026? In the year 2026. It should be $42 and $52.17 for the higher price ones. What are the actual ticket prices for a Motley Crue concert in 2026? Just to say, and they're an old band. I mean, but they're actually selling their tickets $210 to $233. Yeah. That's called price gouging, right? Anyhow, they charge that much because certain people will pay it. So then everybody don't want to pay that fucking much for it. I wouldn't even go to a concert. I've been to a couple of concerts. I think the last one I went to was 2010. And I paid $100 for like nosebleed tickets. And I'm like, you know what? I could listen to the band at home, all their favorite hits, all my favorite songs by that band, and drink some beer. If I really want to hear that band, you know, at their best on CD quality or digital quality. All right, next. MTV, Headbangers Ball, and the late night TV memories. That was really weird about him. I think that's popping up in my. Is that Google or ChatGPT? I can't remember, but I asked a question about Headbangers Ball last week, so that's probably why that popped up. Man, I thought it was really late night, but it was supposedly Headbangers Ball was from 11 to like 2 a.m. or something like that. But I thought it was like 3 in the morning. It didn't start until 2. But maybe they repeated it because I know MTV repeated shows. Okay, 11 to 2. Maybe they restarted at 2 to 4 or whatever Saturday nights. I think it was on Saturday nights. Headbangers Ball. Me and my friends anyhow would stay up all night to watch that. So Headbangers Ball. It was good because they did show. You know, if you liked hair bands, stuff like that, they did show some of the hair band stuff, and they showed some of the heavier stuff like, you know, Metallica, Slayer, whoever. You know. It's kind of a mix of all types of hard rock. You had to at least be a hair band to be on Headbangers Ball. Although I'm not sure if they showed like groups like Nelson or anything like that. Let's check that out. Did they ever show the band Nelson on Headbangers Ball? Yes, MTV's Headbangers Ball played pop, metal, and lighter hard rock acts alongside heavier thrash bands. So they probably did show Nelson. Awesome. Sure, the hardcore headbangers, they didn't like that shit. I mean, I didn't really care for Nelson either, but hey, they had good voices and long blonde hair. I mean, they didn't look nothing like their father. All right, next topic. Record stores, arcades, and video rentals. We mentioned something about arcades earlier. It was fun going to record stores, checking out new records, going through the album covers, just looking at album covers. Arcades, of course. Anytime you're at the arcade, some of the big games, you know. Even that airplane game at one time was a big game at the arcade. What the hell is that? Afterburner? Afterburner. Really big game at one point. I don't know what the hell year it was. 86, 87, 88. I don't know. And video rentals, of course. Going there, just going through all the videos, coming across a movie you never heard of before. Thinking, wow, this must be a cool movie, and you get it home, and half the time it wasn't. But some of them were pretty cool. Yeah. Favorite sport memories growing up. One of the weirdest sport memories I have is we moved from one house to another during the Super Bowl. I think it was during the Super Bowl. So we didn't have TV cable on, or I mean, apparently we didn't have a TV or rabbit ears. We were listening to the Super Bowl actually on the radio, which I find kind of odd. But anyhow, the Steelers against the Rams. Yeah, that was like what, 1980, and you hear the strangest memory of that. Now, when I watched the replay of it, it didn't look as bad as it sounded on the radio, but Lynn Swann, Steelers against the Rams in the Super Bowl, 1980, 79, 80, whatever hell year it was, went up for a catch, and the way the announcer on the radio described it is he went up for the catch, and the two tacklers missed him and hit head on. Like he jumped, to me, what the radio description is. He jumped up and those two tacklers went underneath him, hit head on. I wonder if I can get that on there. Lynn Swann making a catch in the Super Bowl against the Rams, and two Ram players collided. We'll see if that comes up. Video. Is this it? Yeah, the way it sounded on the radio was like, wow, what the, really? He said this is it. I want to look at it before it happens. That was against the Cowboys. Cacksucker. Alright. Of course you can't find shit on. Is that it? Couldn't tell if that's the Rams or not. Anyhow, he made a miraculous catch according to the radio guy. And but when I finally saw the footage, it didn't look as awesome as the radio person described it. But I remember the image in my head that I'm imagining what happened, you know? Really weird. Anyhow, whole bunch of sport memories. Another one was Kirk Gibson for the Dodgers. I was a big Dodgers fan at the time in the 80s, and when they were playing the Oakland A's, and even though it was game 1 or 2, right? Nothing big, but he hit that game-winning home run. He was injured, limping, hit a home run, limping around the bases, giving a fist pump. It was just a pretty good memory for me. I was like, yeah. Now, before that, I believe Kirk Gibson played for the Detroit Tigers. I wasn't like a big Kirk Gibson fan, like, oh, we got Kirk Gibson on the Dodgers, but that was a big moment, though. There's probably a lot more. I just can't think of any of them right now. This is a weird one, and I'm going to Googleize it or ChatGPT it. Weird things people believed before the internet. Give me the top 10 weird things people believed before the internet. Let's see what it says. Number 10, you'll catch a cold from going outside with wet hair. That's not true. Number 9, the TV will ruin your eyes if you sit too close. It might cause temporary eye strain, but it doesn't permanently damage healthy eyes. Sugar makes kids hyper. Many parents believed it, but studies have generally found that little evidence that sugar alone causes hyperactivity. Exciting situations like birthday parties are probably the bigger factor. Yeah, you see, kids are getting more excited about oh, I got presents. Not just sugar. I mean, they're doing that before they got the cake and ice cream, right? Anyway. Shaving makes hair grows back thicker and darker. I thought that was true, actually. The blunt ends of shaved hairs make them coarser, but shaving doesn't change the hair itself. I did not know that. Lightning never strikes the same place twice. It absolutely can. Tall buildings and towers get struck repeatedly. Even some trees. Even some people. Touching a bit, number 5. Touching a baby bird makes its mother abandon it. I've heard that about cats. I never heard that about birds, but most birds have a poor sense of smell and usually don't reject chicks because of human scent. Now, I heard that one about kittens. If you touch kittens or maybe puppies, I can't remember which one it was. If you touch puppies or kittens, the mother will reject. Oh, that's true or not? Number 4, cracking your knuckles causes arthritis. I don't really have arthritis, I don't think, in my knuckles. It can annoy everyone around you, but research hasn't shown that it causes arthritis. Number 3, swallowing gum means it stays in your stomach for 7 years. I did hear that one. Gum isn't digested, but it usually passes through your digestive system in a few days. Meaning you pass it and your shit altogether. It doesn't, you don't absorb any of it, whatever. Did I say the S word? Number 2, you have to wait an hour after eating before swimming because you're going to get cramps. And many kids thought they'd instantly get horrible cramps and drown. While vigorous exercise after a huge meal can be uncomfortable, the 1 hour rule is mostly a myth. I thought so. I don't think I've ever had cramps. Only time I ever had cramps or something, or spasm in my leg or something, is laying down in bed since I've been like 35 or 40. I've not had it a lot, but I've occasionally had it where I'm like, my leg cramps up or something, foot cramps up. But it's not like, maybe that's the theory. It should be you go to bed after an hour of sleeping, you might get cramps. And number 1, if the dome light is on in the car, it's illegal. Parents everywhere swore you get pulled over immediately. In reality, it isn't generally illegal by itself, though it can be distracting. Okay. That was awesome. Oh, lost my mouse. Isn't that great? The funniest things you've seen at Walmart lately. Huh. Funniest things I've seen at Walmart lately. Tell you the truth, I was looking at the dog food the other day and came across 2 cans. Picked one can up, and apparently there was a hole in the top of it, or the bottom of that top can. Well, there was maggots all over the bottom and all over the top can of the can beneath it. Yeah, so apparently the flies got to that crack, laid some eggs, a lot of maggots. I reported it to the most nearby Walmart employee. Things like that happen. If you could bring back one discontinued beer, what would it be? Well, Jammer probably would bring back Schlitz. I think they discontinued Schlitz, right? He'd probably bring that back. Automatically, I want to chat GPT the most famous discontinued beers just to make before I make my decision. What are the most famous discontinued beers? Top 20. All right, you got Falstaff, Olympia beer, Schlitz Light, Red, White, and Blue, Michelob Dry, which is pretty good actually, Bud Dry, Miller Genuine Draft Light, Stroh's Bohemian Style Pilsner, Ham Special Light, Old Milwaukee Ice, Keystone Ice, Southpaw Light. Southpaw Light tasted like Miller High Life Light, Blott's Light, Black Label Light, Mickey's Ice, Meisterbrow, Pearl Light. I remember Pearl beer. Lucky Lager and Colt 45 Double Malt, and number 20 is Ortolebs. You know, one that's not on the list here is Miller Red Label. It came out in like 1995, 96 time frame. I moved to Florida in 97. It was still out in Pennsylvania. I get down here, I didn't see it anywhere. Supposedly it was out, still on the market, certain place, I guess, till 2000 or somewhere around there. I liked it. I don't know if it was Miller High Life in a brown bottle, but it was pretty damn good. I liked it. So I would bring back Miller Red Label beer. Now, a couple on that list that I would like to come back. Olympia beer, me and Jammer had, it was pretty good. I didn't mind it. Michelob Dry, I thought that was a pretty good dry beer. Bud Dry, another one. I mean, It's a dry beer. I mean, you can't go wrong with a dry beer, right? That's South Pole Light just to do it and review it. And Black Label Light. Well, I never had a regular Black Label, so Mickey's Ice, that would be a good one to review. Yeah, there you go. I think we and Shower did the Colt 45 double malt, I do believe, before it was discontinued. When was the Colt 45 double malt discontinued? I think we did that one time. Well, I guess it wasn't that. I thought we did that before. I said early 2000s it was discontinued. All right, any more? Viewers' questions and comments. Oh, wait. Viewers' questions and comments from previous episodes. Apparently we don't have any. What's your favorite brewery you ever visited? I never visited brewery. How about y'all? Let us know in the comments. That's going to do it for this one, Shagged Out. I think I should start recording these videos because then I could edit it. A little empty space. Yeah, fuck it. Who cares, right? I probably should quit drinking and quit doing the beer review. You know, I get more views. Get this. If you made it this far, you get to hear this. I started doing a WWE 2K YouTube channel. I don't know. Well, I started about a little bit over a year ago. I made like 3 or 4 videos. And then after, I was just like, I'm not going to make it. I just didn't do it anymore. And then after a year, I was like, you know what? I sit here on my nights off, don't do a damn thing, and I can make a couple videos. So I started doing it, 2 or 3 videos on my nights off, one of my nights off. Now, as I was preparing to move from South Carolina to Florida back in June, I packed up my PlayStation early. I thought we were moving quick, so I packed the shit up. Unbeknownst to me, it took a little longer. Because we had someone who was interested in the house, but it took like a month and a half to sell it, the sale to go through. So I haven't uploaded a video since June, beginning of June. But that channel is still outdoing the beer review. I'm getting like 400, 500 views a day on that channel. And I'm not even uploading anything. And some comments. It's just amazing to me. The beer reviews don't do it. But wrestling, people love wrestling or some video games, whatever. Some people comment, oh, I like this game. Some people comment, hey, I like the nostalgia, because I usually wrestle with the legends or whatever, I got to get my PlayStation out and start doing that again. Now, I haven't bought the new game because I have not last year, but the year before, 2 years ago. This one I heard bad stuff about it, so that's why I haven't bought it. I gotta get a PS5 too. It's only on the PS5, so that's another reason. But I will be getting a PS5 soon because I gotta play the new Grand Theft Auto game when it comes out. So unless I play it on a game system. But yeah, I think what we need on this beer review is a woman again. We've had a couple women on this beer review back in the day. We haven't had a woman on here in a long time. Of course, we had a really nice one time, but she only did it at one time, never did it again. I think we could have got a lot more views if she joined us on occasion. Now, only if she could have got her lines right that we gave her. I mean, being a Hollywood actress, or I don't know where she filmed the couple of films she was in, I can see why she didn't have any lines in most of the movies except for one, because it took her 20 takes just to say, welcome to the Spitter Swallow beer review with Shag, Dog, and Jammer. I'm Pussycat, and that's white chocolate. It took 20 takes, and I just did it there in one. But I guess the spit or swallow beer review, it doesn't roll off the tongue easily, I guess, to someone that just finds out about it. Okay. All right, well, that's it for Shag Dog. Let me chug this rest of this shit down. Thanks for watching. Comment and Tad, thanks for joining. All the other viewers, thanks for joining. We'll see you on the next one.